The following video features Dr. Walter Staples, one of America's leading authorities on peak performance and career and life enrichment strategies. His latest book, Think Like a Winner, is now available in 8 foreign languages in over 35 countries around the world. Dr. Staples has been featured in many prestigious national magazines, including Entrepreneur, Reader's Digest, and U.S. Air Magazine, and interviewed in over 150 radio and TV programs in the U.S. and Canada. Over a dozen of the world's foremost authorities have endorsed his many books, including Ken Blanchard, Norman Vincent Peale, Anthony Robbins, Brian Tracy, and Dennis Waitley. Dr. Staples is a man with a powerful message for these challenging times. Now, let's hear some of what Dr. Staples has to say.
So big and colorful and beautiful and pretty, you can never forget it as long as you live. Just say, wow, that's really me. I had an idea in 1985 when I was 35 years old to write a book. Not so much to sell the book, but to help myself in this whole area. And some of you may appreciate when you're 35 years old, there's something that comes along at some point, maybe a little bit later, maybe a little bit earlier, that's called midlife crisis. And what that meant to me was that at that stage in my career, I had this notion that what had happened to me up to that point in time was probably going to continue forever, at least for the rest of my life. And what I didn't like is thinking that that was going to happen, and I didn't know how to make changes to ensure that it didn't happen. When we try to answer the question, who am I? You see, what is required when we want to change ourselves is to change our sense of self. That's how you change yourself. You adopt different beliefs about who you are and what you can accomplish in your life. That's where the essence of change comes, in your beliefs and values. And how did you get the ones that you got, and how can you adopt some new ones? For example, the beliefs and values that are reflected on the back page of the workbook. We could say, I'm a good golfer, I'm a good speaker, I'm a good worker, I'm a good husband, wife, whatever it is. Then the pictures come up. The feelings, however, are automatic with the picture that comes up. You cannot change the feelings about yourself until you change the pictures you have about yourself. What is the process? So I think we have to identify the problem. Our thinking perhaps isn't the way it should be. Our self-image isn't the way we would like it to be. Therefore, I'm not getting the results I would like to get. So how can I change? How can I change these pictures that I have up there? Is there a process? Well, as we'll see, the process is the same process that got the pictures there in the first place. If we had everything going tickety-boo, we probably wouldn't be worrying so much about relationships and about money and about jobs and about our future. Therefore, in my mind, if you don't have these nagging worries, if you're able to run your brain, this computer that we were given with no software when we arrived, if you're able to run it with the software, the pictures are the software, okay? Then you're going to start feeling the way you want to feel. You're going to be in control of the thoughts that you're having. Because if a thought comes that you don't like, you can't stop the thought from coming, right? Thoughts will just come from all over the place, from outside, from the inside. You hear yourself talking, you hear other people talking. But you don't have to dwell on that particular thought. You say, oh, thanks a lot, keep on going, go to somebody else. Maybe they can use that thought. Give me another one. Another one comes in, a little bit better, but not good enough. Give me another one. Give me another one, give me another one. That's how you write a book. Give me another one, give me another one. What ends up in the book is the thoughts you ended up dwelling upon and writing down, saying, these are the kinds of thoughts that I think express what I'm trying to say. Well, it says that we don't have to be perfect in our life. If we can have that much more increase in performance, we can get that much more increase in results. A racehorse wins by a nose, but it wins 3 times as much money as the horse that came in second or third. Okay? So we don't have to make quantum leaps here. Quantum leaps are a bunch of little steps in that direction, and you will get quantum leaps. There's only 2 kinds of results in this world from anything that you do, by the way. There ain't a whole bunch of them. There's only 2. It's either emotional or it's material. And they feed off of each other. But usually you'll have a preference in your life for one or the other. The most valuable resource in terms of learning, and we're all in lifelong learning, and it isn't because I'm selling books, but it is a book.